In the mountainous region of Takayama, Japan, there's an ancient shrine that locals never speak of. Nestled deep within a dense forest, hidden away from the main village, it's said to be cursed. The shrine, known as the Silent Shrine, had once been a place of worship, but it had been abandoned for centuries after a tragic incident that no one dared to remember. The shrine was barely mentioned in history books, but the villagers knew its story well. Years ago, it was the site of an annual festival to honor the spirits of the forest. However, one year, the head priest broke a sacred ritual, offering a living person as a sacrifice to the spirits. This act angered the spirits, and the shrine was cursed. The village elders warned against going near it, especially at night, for anyone who did would never return the same. One evening, two travelers, unaware of the village's dark secret, decided to visit the shrine. Yuki and Sato had heard rumors of the eerie location from a blog about haunted places in Japan and were excited to explore. The villagers pleaded with them not to go, but they dismissed the warnings as superstition. The forest grew darker and colder as they ventured deeper. The trees seemed to close in around them, and an unsettling silence fell, as though the forest itself was holding its breath. When they finally reached the shrine, it looked ancient and worn, overgrown with vines and moss. The air was thick with an eerie stillness. They stood before the shrine, its doors slightly ajar. "It doesn't look so bad," Sato muttered, but his voice seemed swallowed by the oppressive quiet. Yuki, feeling uneasy, took out her camera to capture the moment. Just as she snapped a picture, a cold breeze swept through the trees, carrying with it a faint whisper. The shrine's doors creaked open wider, and a dark shadow moved within. Sato, intrigued, approached the entrance. "It's just an old building," he said, trying to shake off the dread creeping up his spine. But as he stepped inside, Yuki froze. She felt it. A presence. Something was watching them. Suddenly, Sato screamed. Yuki rushed inside to find him standing in the center of the room, staring blankly ahead. His eyes were wide, but he wasn't moving. "Sato!" Yuki shouted, but he didn't respond. She tried to shake him, but his body was stiff, unresponsive. Then she heard it, the soft shuffling of footsteps behind her. She spun around, her heart pounding. In the corner of the room, a figure slowly emerged from the shadows. A pale woman in a white kimono, her face hidden beneath long black hair. Her movements were unnatural, jerky, as though she was being pulled by invisible strings. Yuki screamed and bolted for the door, but Sato remained frozen. As she fled into the forest, the whispers grew louder, surrounding her, echoing her name. The trees seemed to move, their branches reaching out to trap her. When she finally broke free of the forest, she collapsed in the village, breathless and terrified. The villagers found her the next morning, incoherent and trembling. Sato was never seen again. To this day, they say the Silent Shrine claims a soul every few years. Those who wander too close at night are drawn in by the whispers of the cursed's spirits. And if you dare to enter the shrine, you might just meet the woman in the white kimono and never leave.